Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of It's Always Sunny in Fort Misery. We started blasting, and here we are. I got a couple of requests to sort of go over some of the farmable nightmares in the story campaign on Chapter 5. So I've figured I'd make like a quick little dirty video for you guys to kind of look at and be like, oh, okay, that's what they do. I do have their stats pulled up on the Sinoalis DB, which they just updated so you can actually sort by what Global has. It's still getting pushed sort of live, so some of times it works and sometimes it doesn't, but it is an incredible utilization tool. So I'll go ahead and keep that on top. So first off, I'm going to show you sort of where they are and talk about them momentarily. So these are all of the bosses you fight in Chapter 5. Just so you're aware, so they all have a very unique look, and they are tied to the characters as their vices. Or disorders, or whatever you want to call them. Ooh, boy, look at Spider Fire. So let's see if any one of these has the actual drops, because I may just have to show them to you elsewhere. Oh, they don't have them. What a bunch of poop. Oh, no, they're there. All right. So you've got like Nightmare, which is Masochism, which is Kaguya's. You can tell these aren't great stats at S, so don't be super upset about them. They're only kind of usable. But they can be farmed, so technically you can limit break them. So I'll show you these in animation, and then I'll go into the website and show you their overall stats, so you can kind of look at them. Now, just remember, these are all in Chapter 5. The drop rate is anywhere from 1 to 3%. It's not a lot, and it's not a good drop rate. So don't like base your don't worry too much about it. You've got Nightmare Langur. This is the armor for Sleeping Beauty, or Briar Rose. It's kind of a cool effect. It's very thematic. It really looks like the actual story, so it's kind of cool. Um, Again, stats are sort of mediocre. A lot of these you're sort of using for their ability. So like this one is you greatly reduce the SP cost of ally win skills, so all green skills are cheaper. I believe Kaguya's has a specific one. Most of these are elemental based, but some of them are not. Greatly reduces damage from enemy water skills, so I believe these are all elemental based one way or the other. We will have to continue going down and seeing them. If you'll notice, though, so far, stats aren't really crazy good on these. We've got Delusion, which is Hansel and Gretel's. Seems okay. Soothing Command greatly reduces damage from enemy wind skills. These are more useful in raids than anything else, but given that you can only summon one nightmare during a raid, it's generally better to summon like one of the three that are going to boost you, like Oogaloo or Frost Golem or Lindworm. You've got Dependence. You've got Nightmare. This is Jiminy Crockett cricketer from Pinocchio's Tale. It's probably not Jiminy Cricket. It looks like an island with some sharks on it, but all of the stuff in this game's wild. So you've got Gale Blessing, greatly increases the effectiveness of ally wind skills. It's fine. So you kind of get the idea behind all of these. So let me pull this up. So this is the DB. So we're going to show you what they look like at max level. So we have Nightmare Restriction, Bondage. This is Snow White, not Snow White's. This is Alice's. Greatly increases effectiveness of water-based skills. It is Aqueous Blessing too, although you do have a bunch of things, like obviously down here, they give you a lot of threes. So don't feel too bad about it. So here are the stats over here on the right. So at level 50, you have a total of 1,200 stats. And at level 70, Limit Broken, you have 1,500. So if you're just looking to replace some of the garbage A rank nightmares that are in here, you're going to jump up a little bit. But I don't want to tell you this is a really effective way of farming, just because generally your time can be spent on pretty much anything else. And all of them at max limit break float around the 1,500 mark regardless. You've got Justice, which is Snow White's. All of these guys look super cool. I will give them that. You've got Depravity, which is Cinderella's. Again, 1510. Effectiveness of fire attack skills. They're all pretty similar. So while these are easy to attain and easy to max, you got violence. I don't want to tell you that they are really worth it. They're more for like in a pinch. These are better than A rank nightmares because 1500 stats is obviously better than the 800 or 900 you're getting on an A rank. But they're not so much better that you want to spend that much extra time farming them unless you've got some downtime. Like, they're not terrible, and you can help out in raids with these. They're just not, the peak performance of some of them. Like, the durations on them are pretty good. Like, you get 20 seconds in story, which is pretty standard. You get 110 seconds in Coliseum, which is pretty standard. You can't evolve them. They come at S, so they do not seem to have an upgraded version. This just seems to be the one and done. I don't know if that changes in JP, although all of these are in JP, but it does not look like they have a way to do them. I don't have one yet, so I can't confirm or deny it. So if somebody knows that exact answer, leave it in the comments. But the big deal is there's not an evolution on the page, so I don't know. And I can't personally, say yay or nay because I haven't seen one. Because the drop rates are pretty bad, and I'm not really farming Chapter 5 right now. So that's it. That's really the sweet details, the little bitty let's get down and dirty with the down and dirty. There's not a whole lot going on past that, but you get these from Chapter 5, just to reiterate. The drop rates are anywhere from 1 to 3%. I think on hard it goes up to 5 maybe, but don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. But these fights are kind of hard if you're not close to like 35 to 40,000, so play it safe. You may not be able to farm these immediately, and don't feel bad if you can't. These missions are actually kind of hard. This is when the difficulty in the game kind of cranks up a couple of notches. So that's it for me. Don't forget to check out our Discord. If you're looking for a guild, we do have an LFG page up under Sino Alice, so you can post your stats and your levels and kind of what your role is. We've got the link for Elite Gaming, who we are working with, who is also farming out teams. They have 2 main teams, one in the US and one in Europe. They are not always looking for people, but they do have enough people on the server that they could be looking to make a team B or C. So feel free to go check them out. Obviously, we are repping Zen Gang, Gang Gang, all that. And have a good night. Like, comment, subscribe, do your own thing. Spend your money. Don't spend your money. Buy a new house. What am I doing here? Talking heads. That's what we're doing. All right. Y'all have a good night and don't get miserable.